Hi guys, and welcome back to another Vanilla City Skylines tutorial modular build, and today we are going to be working on a tram interchange that you can place ideally in the kind of the centre of your city, although it can work anywhere, although you are going to have a lot of traffic coming through here, so you want it somewhere relatively high dense, nothing too rural. And again, we're basing this off something that we've built in our vanilla Let's Play Fremwood, which is the city that you're looking at here. There was a link in the description to the playlist for this. We have just hit episode 32, and yeah, it's going well, so check that out if you're interested. But today we're going to be covering this on how you can converge multiple trams on one point. We're not going to be using this exact model here. This is a little bit simple, but we'll be using something similar. So we're going to hop over to Tutorial Dale now, and we'll get started. Okay guys, so we are back in Tutorial Dale, and we're going to start this little modular build, just expanding off the tram line that we built during our low-key downtown centre modular build, which is what you're looking at here. So I've just added in a 4-lane tram road here, and the trams come with the Snowfall DLC, I think. I'm not too sure. You'll be able to find it on Steam. So the 4-lane road with tram tracks is what this is, and then this just comes in kind of a backward L shape. Need to unzone that. Kind of like an L shape here, so you have a big long straight with a curve. Just kind of want something of this general shape for what we're going to be filling in the middle here, which is where we'll be building. So let's go ahead and use our tram tracks here. We're going to have no roads here, there's going to be no cars, so make sure that you're not using the road with tram tracks. You just want to be using the tram tracks. We're going to be using the regular ones and the one-way ones as well. So we're just going to start off here by drawing in a straight line. Again, all of our snapping is on here. I'm just going to bring this out straight on a 90-degree angle, probably to about there. And then we're going to bring this down towards our 4-lane road. And we're just going to bring this road in just so it breaks the zonable squares. So where they're usually 4 deep, you want to bring that in so it makes it 3 deep. You can see how that works there. Then we're going to switch to our one-way tram track. And then we're going to come out by about 225. And we're going to bring this down to about 450. I'm just referring to the price that it cost to build there. And then again, we're going to mirror exactly the same on the other side. So you'll have a shape that looks like that. Now, we are going to change the direction of these. So just change the direction. Then again, you don't want them both coming in this direction. You know, you want it to flow. So as they are coming in and out, they do have different directions to go in and out of. Now this road that we built here, we're going to delete that, just that first section, because we're going to replace this with a roundabout. So back to your one-way roads again, we're just going to come out here and then just come up to the edge of this blue line. So the blue line here that comes out and shows us the angle, see that curve line, you just come out just so you're over the edge of that. And then with your curve road, you're going to come up, and then the same again. Again, while you're building a roundabout, you do want it to be one way. And then the same again, go back to your straight line and then connect it back up to your road over here. You can make that as big or as small as you like. If you're making this tram interchange relatively big, then you might want that to be a little bit wider. If it's a smaller interchange, then make it a little bit smaller too. So with our normal tram tracks again as well, we're going to come out up here, and then we're going to bend around our monorail up here and then connect that. Now I'm connecting this back into our public transport hub that we built. This, you can connect it anywhere, like this tram line here, you see it just rounds off into a little corner here. Obviously don't do that, that's pretty useless. But say for example, you know, if you had a bit of a part of a city over here, that would go off in different directions and pick people up to bring them back down this line and ultimately back into the tram interchange. Now back over here on this corner where we made, we're going to come up by 520 and we're going to bring that over here. However, this road that we just built here, this needs to be a one-way. So the reason we're making that one-way is that so trams coming back in to the interchange from this direction, they have to filter back through the roundabout to come back in over here. And we're going to bring that out just up to the 10 mark, and then up here, just so you get a nice grid pattern. And then you do want these to be one way as well, which they already are. And then again, just like this. So you end up with this pattern. Now, the reason we're making them so long here is because if you do have a lot of trams on these lines, now again, you can duplicate this pattern as much as you want. You can maybe build it up and over here, now you can build it down here, or just keep going in this direction. Really depends how many tram lines you have and what you're planning to do with them, but just repeat this pattern as necessary. But the reason why they're this long is because if you have multiple trams and they start blocking the junctions here as they're waiting to stop here, trams that have already picked up their passengers, maybe here or further down the line, won't be able to turn in and up around here. So you really want to make sure that they have the room to stop, especially if you're using multiple trams. And then that's basically the shape of the interchange. But what you want to do is pedestrians will cross tram roads, but if this place is getting really busy, then you're going to want to look at actually making some bridges for them to cross. Because, you know, if they're crossing the road, the trams are going to be stopping. It really just depends how many people you have using your interchange. So we're going to come up here and we're going to bring our little bridge up into about there. That should do nicely. And then up again. That is too big. I'm just going to knock that elevation step down a little bit here. There we go. That should do nicely. So up by 40. And then again. And then this will cross your bridge. And then bring that down. And then down to there. And then that can link up with your park asset, or this could be a little commercial district. You know, it could be anything really. Really depends. I'm just building this here because it's convenient really, and it just happens to fall next to our public transport interchange. So these little bridges, they just give your pedestrians a different way. Now we might be able to snap this in if we turn off our snapping tool. It's probably a little bit too close. There it is. But you know, people will be able to use these bridges, and it stops them crossing the road. And if they do track these footpaths, then they will use them rather than crossing the road. So you could add one. You know, you've got one here. You could pop another one in. You know, over here and over here. It really depends. Just have a play with it, see what looks good, and then just to make it pop out a little bit more, you can maybe pop in a few of the little colourful trees. There's different things you can do here, you know, around the base of your walkways. You could add in a little bit of bushes, almost like a little bush border, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple of rocks. There's different things you can do just to make this area a little bit more interesting, and different things. And if you do have the Park Life DLC as well, if you go under the main city park stuff and then scroll to the end, you'll come to some nice flower beds. And these can be nice just to kind of, you know, mark the entrance and exit of your tram interchange, and you can kind of build them, you know, in different ways. And then as you kind of pan around your city, you've got a nice little flower bed kind of border that marks the entrance to your tram interchange. So this is pretty much it. You kind of take this pattern, you know, you've got the one-way roads to keep stuff flowing. You also have the roundabout as well. So we'll just go ahead and we'll drop in a couple of tram lines. So we'll start off here. We'll start off near our walkway here. So say we had a tram here, and we'll add a stop. Not there. So he leaves the city. He stops outside the metro. He then goes away into another part of your town over here, which we obviously haven't built. And then he's going to come back in eventually once he's completed his route. He's going to mirror his stop outside the metro, and then he's going to come back into the tram interchange. Now this is a one-way, so he can't head back down that way. He's going to have to come into the roundabout, and then he's going to come back up here, and he's going to follow the one-way system all the way around, and then he can go wherever the hell he likes. And then another tram line, maybe we could start here, and then this guy is going to come into our downtown area. Again, he's going to stop near our little park and metro. He's going to complete his route, and then he's going to come back down here. And then maybe you have some commercial along here as well. So you could stop him here. And then he can just cross over there. So as these trams begin to flow through town, see they're all on their way now. We'll just go ahead and change the colour of one of these so we can see the difference between them. We'll make one bright green. So we'll wait for these trams to come in. And then again, you can also, if you want to, you can carry on this tram line further down in kind of any different direction you please. Now you can link that up to, wherever that goes off in your city, wherever this fits in, that's where that goes. And then again, you would have another one-way exit for them here if they were heading out that way. Although do bear in mind though, if you are kind of heading away from the tram interchange, just want to make sure that they have another way back in. So you could maybe grab another one-way road here, and then we're going to drag this up and then to there like that. So rather than having to come all the way back down here and taking this entrance, he then has another one here, and that links back up to there. So the trams come and flow. You can see obviously there's no people using it right now, but what I'll do is I'm going to hop back into Fremwood, and then you can see our live tram interchange in action and how efficient it is, how many people are using it, and just how nice it looks really to just kind of sit in the city. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, so welcome back to Fremwood, and this is our tram interchange in real life. Well, in action rather, not in real life. As you see, the way we built this one, we follow this kind of modular grid pattern, and these guys have multiple ways in and out using one-way roads, and then they have a road tram line here, and then just a regular tram line here as well. And then these go on. What I'll do is I'll just pop on our public transport overview. You can see these guys have different kind of routes all converging on one point. There's 3 separate lines here. One goes off in that direction, one comes in this direction, and then there's another one that crosses its own little kind of tram bridge here, which looks really cool. It's nice just to have the tram bridges. It just gets a lot of people out of cars. It's not too busy at the minute because the game's only just loaded up, but we do get a lot of people coming in here. And then they have also, again, you'll see these guys crossing the tram lines here, and then they have access up to a public walkway which takes them into various different parts of the town. And then just for an example, so you can see we have a tram line here that leaves the interchange, crosses a big 4-way junction here, and then it crosses the bridge and comes down into our kind of green renewable part of town. And then also another little tip, if you add in a cycleway, just to keep people off the roads again, this is our main cycle highway that flows through the town. We get a few people coming off this little cycle path down, and then they actually jump on the trams themselves. Yeah, I think it looks pretty neat. It's a nice little change from the usual crazy high busy road networks, and it's a nice way to factor in some tram traffic into your cities without using any mods at all. So that's it guys, pretty easy one today. If you do like these style of videos, please leave a like on the video. It really helps me gauge what you guys do and don't like. And equally, if you didn't enjoy this type of video, then please also feel free to leave a dislike as well. If you are interested in this city, this is our vanilla let's play, Fremwood, which we have just hit episode 32, and we are about to build our nature reserve and airport, so it's a great time to jump in. And there's just been a city tour, so it's the perfect time to jump in and see what all this nonsense is about. So yeah, we'll leave it there guys, thanks very much for watching, and as always, please enjoy the rest of your day.